Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Once again, we are live for the 5th annual Barry Hooey Memorial being played here at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We have a B-side match coming your way next. Mr. Ben Francis taking on Kevin Osborne. Looking to do some battle, see if they can win their way to the B-side finals. And I do believe at some point I may have somebody join in on the mic with me, but for now, I am the lone wolf. Nope, one away from the B final. The winner of this will continue on, I believe, to play Joe Spence. I'll just check on the brackets just to make sure that I am correct in that assumption. It is. Exactly that. The winner of this goes on to play Joe Spence. That will be your B final. That will come up next. And I apologize for the lag. It seems to be this camera. Not quite sure why that is, but it's a little bit of a chop. So it may be either the camera or the cord, but we are underway nonetheless. B-side action, 8-ball on the 7-foot. Ben Francis to break, comes out of his shoes, and unfortunately does not make a ball. Dry break here for Ben, but she is some work on this table. The cluster of the 14, 13, 9 in the side pocket, 4-ball in the mix there as well. Makes both selections a little bit difficult. I'd have to say I'm probably going high ball starting with the 12. Float down for the 10 or the 11 down at the top end of the table. Didn't want that rub, but does he get around the other side? He does not. But he does have the 9, and if he can shave the 9, clip the 13, that may break into that 4-14 cluster, rearrange the furniture a little bit. Not quite sure if he's in on the 14. Looks to be. Indeed. Followed by the 13. 15 in a little bit of trouble sitting by the 4-ball. 10, 11 down at the other end of the table. Oh, great shot. Nudges the 2 out of the way. In on the 15, but going to have to draw this and split the window between the 1-4 and unfortunate miscue. But again, does leave the 4 in a little bit of a difficult position here. Perhaps if Ben's got the right angle on the 1, cut the 1 into the bottom left-hand corner, break the 4-ball out. May have to start with the 5. 5, nudge the 3 over to the bottom left-hand corner. Thank you, Mr. Dayton. And yeah, I certainly miss his energy in the room. He was definitely one of a kind. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, I apologize for the slight lag that you're seeing. And I do believe it's because of the distance this camera is away from us. Needs the 10 to drop. That also takes away the pocket for the 1 ball. Or sorry, for the 4 ball. And I don't think he's quite got the angle here on the 1 to break or scoot over or touch that 13 at all. So a little bit tricky here. I almost prefer him taking the 5 ball, nudging the 3 ball. Same shot that I had mentioned kind of at the start of the rack. He is calling the follow in, 7 in with the 10 ball. Not enough. Looked at the 2-way, I think. Smart shot there from Ben. Plays the 2-way safe. What do you do if you're Kevin Osborne? Looks like you're going to have to 1-rail kick the 11 into the top right-hand corner. Don't know if it makes sense any other way. And perhaps if he can go off that left-hand side rail, kick that 11 ball to the top right-hand corner, there is a chance that he can then shape the 15 ball. Looks like Miss Stephanie Toy joining in on the mic. How are you, Steph?
I'm good, and I am fed.
I am not. I have it sitting in front of me. So if and you don't mind.
Go right ahead. I brought you some ribs, too.
Perfect.
I didn't know
I hadn't, and I didn't know that those were for me, so I went and ordered.
Yeah, that's all good.
So if I can jump off the mic for 10 minutes.
Yeah, get some food in your belly. It's going to be a little bit of a day.
Yeah, we still have the B-side final after this, and then the finals coming up. So I'm going to jump off. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Miss Stephanie Toy.
Let's see if I can carry it on. Grant's just going to grab a bite. It is currently 4:40 here, past lunchtime, before he gets hangry, because that happens.
Every now and again.
So Ben back at the table here, just taking a look at where he needs to be for the 3-5 scenario. And
Combination.
let's see, that 4 ball, it's a little bit little deceiving. That 4 ball is closer to the rail than what it looks. Going to be a little bit tricky to get on. So it looks like he's going to do this 5-3 combination. Not an easy task. Makes it look easy. And avoids the side pocket, but he is in tough here. Make the 1, maybe open up that 5 ball. Safety, perhaps. Letting Ozzy see the edge of that 11 ball. Still a tough shot. I think he wanted to leave it covered. It is cuttable, but can he avoid the corner pocket also?
What a shot.
Wow. Didn't miss it by much. Favoring Ben to draw first blood here. Get on the board first. Everything is open. 8 ball goes in either corner pocket. I believe he will choose to go to the top right, though. And that is it. Ben on the board first. As much as Ben is a 9-foot player, he is equally as skilled on the box. Ben's been able to put in a lot of time on the table since being the GM here at LP. Plays, I think he plays multiple league nights. Has a couple of teams here, so he is keeping in stroke on the 7-foot also. This is the B-side semifinal. Is that correct? B-side semifinal. Ozzy making a couple of balls on the break. Looks like Ozzy came to play today. He's focused.
Looking to take away the 1-2-3 finish for Barry's team.
Tyler says the table still looks like a 9-foot when Ben is shooting. I cannot argue that fact. Ben is definitely pocket-sized. Just FYI, we are streaming to YouTube also, so you guys can cast the stream up to your smart TV if you choose. We are following along with both chats as well. Who beat Ben to put him on the B side? I believe that was Joe Spence. Unfortunately, it's hard to avoid each other when you're all great shooters and you all end up in the final brackets. So taken out by one of his own teammates, which is no surprise to these guys. They always look forward to battling at the end. Joe just lost to his other team, his bro, and his other teammate, Steven. These guys are all really good friends, teammates, roadies. Joe actually grew up with Steven. Bit of a miss hit there from Ozzy. I believe that 10 ball did cut across. Just overcut. Ben's got some trouble balls here, though. Looking to see what the possibilities are for that 6-3-4-2 scenario on the left-hand side. I do believe that little cluster is going to need a little bit of a nudge to open those up. I do believe Ben wanted to use that 8 as a stopper to hold him down there for the 5. He does have this, it's a 7 ball that's on this bottom rail. There's the nudge he needed to open up that cluster. However, he created another. But this, I'm actually sitting right in line with that 3-10-4 cluster. The 3 ball will go. The 4 ball does not go past the 10. It's just sitting slightly behind the edge of that 10. If you guys are just joining us, this is the Barry Hooey Memorial, the 5th annual. A side was 9 ball on the 9 foots. B side is 8 ball on the 7 foots, which is a great format. I love it. It keeps the tournament moving. The players are not waiting, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours in between matches. And it's just one more element. The players actually have to change gears going from a 9 foot to the 7 foot, changing games also. If you are in the Calgary area, would encourage you to come by the Leather Pocket. There is lots of people in here. Lots of people came down just to spectate and watch the final day. Okay, so does that 4 ball come across? I don't know if it does.
Safety.
Yeah, Ben might choose to play the safety here, just kind of chip the 4. Chip the left-hand side of that 4 ball. Get it out of that cluster. Leave the cue ball on the top rail. 10 ball is not going past the 3 anywhere. That is what he did. Just open up the 4. Ozzy's got a tough shot here. I do believe he's got the edge of that 15 ball. Oh, I don't know if he's going to like that. 3 ball goes directly to the corner. 5 ball is open. Ben's got the whole 3 ball to hit here. On the screen, it looks like he might be hampered by that 10 ball, but it was the full ball. Tic-tac-toe, 4 ball, 8 ball. That is going to put Ben 2-0 over Kevin Osborne in a race to 6. And for all you players in the Calgary area, also, Leather Pocket's got a great junior program every Sunday. $5 green fees for the kids. They get to play from 11 till 1. They get personal instruction from Ben every week. And free admission into the CCS event, the Canadians at Acadia in April. Every junior is guaranteed to get prizes. And it's socially great for these kids. They have a great time. So take advantage if you are in the Calgary area. We got to get these kids playing off their devices and doing something with their hand-eye coordination. Win-win for everybody. Good break from Ben there. Makes a ball on the side. Everything is wide open. Shooter's choice here. But I tend to like low ball. Couple of ducks blocking pockets, so low ball looks to be a good choice here. Currently watching the B-side semifinal. Winner of this match here gets to go on and play Joe Spence. Stephen Holemon's in the hot seat on the A side. Another great event for the leather pocket. I think Barry Hooey would be proud. There was a really great turnout for his event. Full field is 64. 120 was the entry fee. $20 was the green fee, I do believe. Lots of out-of-towners coming in for this event. Stan Taranjo is here. Phil Taranjo is here. Nick Kruger. Mike Pringle Isaac and Grant Galey. Woody Nielsen and his girlfriend came from BC to play. Carlos Barbosa from Edmonton. It's a tough field, but great support for Barry Hooey, was one of Calgary's best captains. Oh no. Ben may have put himself in a little bit of a predicament here. Just needed an extra inch either way, a little bit of a harder bump on that 15. I believe he can still make this too, but he may have to throw it a little bit. This is just not ideal, not where he wanted to be. So plan B, and I think he'll still be okay. But his cue ball placement there had him talking to himself. Not what he had planned. But he worked it out all right. And a quick 3-game lead for Ben over Ozzy.
It's a good time for me to jump back on with you, I think.
Perfect timing.
So if Ben can continue and win this match, it will be a 1-2-3 finish for Barry's team.
It sure will be.
Kevin, of course, looking to upset that equation.
Looking to be the wrench in the plan.
So it is a race to 6 on the B side here. 8 ball on the 7-foot table. Winner of this will move on to the B final, playing against Joe Spence. That action will be next. We'll try to keep our language clean there, Mr. Travis. Please and thank you.
So Ozzy at the table here, and he's got some work to do. This is not a textbook out for a table here. As I say that, he makes 2 balls at a time. So today they brought back the final 12 in the event.
Do you still have the payouts?
I sure do. Just looking that
What
up right
are
now.
they vying for, Miss Steph Toy?
They're paying out the top 16. So this is for 4th, correct?
Yes.
4th place is going to be $600. $820 for 3rd. So $220 swing right there. 2nd place is $1080, and 1st place is $1,500.
Pretty decent. Now, Kevin here, when he makes this 15, wants to stay as close to the rail as he can on that side rail so that he can slide or give himself the angle. Has to get past the 8-ball here. It still may work. He might be able to go rail first, clip the 14 in, and slide into the 5, giving him the shot on the 9-ball. A little bit of a misclick, however, some work to do for Ben. The 6-2-7 a little bit clustered. Does have the opening shot, but hampered a little bit by the 6-ball. Four, I think, will pass the 9 into the same pocket.
I believe it does.
Not now.
Oh.
He got the nudgy nudge.
It may not now.
Hangs his head.
He's got a little smirk on his face too. He knows he had a little bit of a misstep there.
That's all right. He may go, depending on how far out of the pocket that 14 is. And if I look live, I don't think the option is available. I was going to say off the rail, off the 14, get it out of the way so that 7 has a home. But the 7, of course, once you remove the 2, will go to the top right-hand corner.
I think the 7 goes.
7 goes. It does. Half a pocket.
This might be an opportunity here for Ben with this 6 to open up that 9-4.
Yeah, that's exactly the plan. Just push into the 4, just so it goes. Just like this. Didn't want to get on the underside, but it'll work. 4 up to the, or I guess down to the bottom right-hand corner. Sit pretty for the 2 past the 14, 3 to finish everything off.
I do believe the 8-ball goes in every pocket too, so
It is a little tight by that by the 14 ball.
Is it?
It does go, but it's a little bit tight. So he's going the other way. 3-ball as the finisher. Oh no, that's what I said. Been a long day. A long weekend of commentary. So again, a little bit tricky just with the proximity of the 3 to that side pocket, was looking at the angle to say, okay, if I get some angle, can I play off the rail? And it gets a little flirtatious doing that. So he apparently is going to play that 8-ball past the 14. It's a little bit tight. 14 sticking its nose a little bit into that corner pocket. Look out, side pocket.
Ooh, by the point.
Horn shape. It's like you meant to.
By the chinny chin chin. These shots aren't my favorite either, shooting
No.
right off the rail.
Right out of the pocket, off the rail, skinny pocket.
Makes it look easy.
Sure does, to command the lead of 4-0 over Kevin Osborne. But knowing Kevin, no give up there. He'll still give it his level best to make a comeback here. And for those that do want to come and play in the next event that is going to be here at the Leather Pocket, it is the Fall Classic. It runs December 1st to 3rd. It is 10 ball. It'll be split table again. A side will be on the 9-foot tables, B side on the 7 foots. It is a staggered entry fee, capped at 64 players, so you'll want to get your entry in as soon as possible. bdfrancis2@gmail.com is how you would go about entering that. That will also be the next broadcast that Q Sports Live has out of Calgary. CSL Winnipeg and Rod Arriagada, of course, he's live pretty much every weekend out in Winnipeg. Nice cue ball control, but unfortunately, it's a desert out there.
Looking dry. Wah, wah, wah.
And really, shooter's choice here. I think I prefer high ball, starting with 13, then 15. We'll have an 11-9 combo to take care of at some point, but 14 ball sitting there for the safe play to guarantee a shot after you play the combo. And may have to play this combination right now. 11-9, then can either set for the 14 or the 11. I don't think you have to be established, Tyler. You can get a hold of Ben here at the Leather Pocket, and he'll kind of go through the procedure as to how you can join without an established Fargo rating. They may apply known ability, and whatever that translates to in Fargo, that's what you would be ranked as. Nice little touch there from Kevin. Tricky little touch. Got it done.
I would also, Tyler, look into Salado matches.
Yep, Salado will get you established.
So how that works is you make yourself a profile on Salado. It's SALLOTTO. And you just schedule a match with somebody within your area. And you track your match with that individual. And that match is actually reported to Fargo.
Yeah. And once you have over 200 games.
What we consider established here in our area is 200 games. So that'll get you a Fargo wherever you are, even if you're in an area where you don't have anyone that reports to Fargo. So that is also an option.
Nice shot there from Ozzy. Sets himself in on the 10. A little bit tricky here. Going to have to just float this forward off this side rail and shoot the window, or at least get the window between the 7-8, just like this.
No problem.
Well, hello, Mr. Ben DeWolf. And nothing to do here. Make the 11. You might have to draw just a touch off the left side rail, and you'll have that 8 ball into the right-hand side pocket.
Or corner.
Or corner, yeah, depending on how far you come out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Playing out of the corner, man, it's not as easy as it appears. Well, thank you, Miss Jennifer Abbott, the newest addition to the Jam Up Apparel team.
She's biased. Oh, did he foul there?
He sure did. Clip the 2-ball first.
Oh, no.
So Mr. Francis, ball in hand with the trouble, 4-3. Question is, does he play the 1 off the 3 to break that out, or does he just use ball in hand to play the combo? Starting with the 7, so we'll see if he sets for this combination. He sure does. He could play the 5-ball. 5-ball, 2 rails.
No. He's taking the combo. Don't be silly.
Well, I'm just saying, it is an option.
That 4-3 is looking pretty juicy.
It is, but there is an option to play the 5 into the side, off the rail, and break into that 4-5 if he didn't choose the combination.
Benny is doing the thing, doing the Ben thing.
Benny doing Ben things, most certainly. And to take a commanding lead, wide open table. And if he manages to finish this one, a 5-0 lead.
Ben capitalizing on every one of Kevin's mistakes, which is what he's supposed to do.
I would agree.
Yeah, so Tyler, definitely look into Salado. Great group of guys. If you have any questions, feel free to get in touch with them. But that is a really good way for a player to build their Fargo for events like this. And I believe there are more and more Fargo-rated events. So definitely in your best interest to do so.
Well, we'll see if he has the angle to now play on top, or does he have to go underneath the 2? The straight draw.
Bing, bang, boom.
The draw to perfection. He's got really nice angle here. Just straight draw again. And 8-ball going into the same pocket. Just like this. Some really great control here from Mr. Francis. Doing exactly that, clinching a 5-0 lead over Kevin Osborne. I still wouldn't count Kevin out, but he's got to climb Mount Everest right now.
He's got to go on a bit of a heater, that's for sure.
Yeah, Jen, you should see when Ben is feeling really, really good, he almost sprints around the table.
And just FYI, Ben is one of our Canadian-sponsored players for Jam Up.
Yep.
You'll see both of them here actually on the stream.
Provided Ben wins this match.
If Ben wins, he goes on to play Joe Spence, and both of them are Jam Up players.
A dry break. Does that spell the end for Kevin Osborne? Tricky little table here. Not sure if the 10 plays past the 12 and the 8 to the top right-hand corner. Ben does have a 9-ball to start with, but where do you play 2? Low ball looking really tough, with the 3-5 kind of locked up, and the 1-ball all locked up there. I would have to say high ball is the start.
I didn't see Ozzy's break. Is Ozzy doing a second ball break there?
No, he tried to crush the head ball. And of course, Ben proving me wrong.
You like the low ball.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. 2-ball float past, potentially 5-ball next. Or do you take the 4 into the top right-hand corner? Or sorry, top left-hand corner.
I think he could just potentially go short side on the 4
if you
ball.
clip this 4-0, yeah, just like that, right? Clip the 4.
5 ball on the side right now.
5 is there, but you still have to worry about the 3-1.
With the 4-5-3-1, you kind of end up have to end up being short side on all of those balls. So we'll see what he can do here.
All the boys did prove me wrong all day. I kind of thought high ball would have been the out there, just because of that 5-3-1. Roll up for 6. Comes a touch short. Not terrible. Still playable. I don't know if he can get there. Yeah, 2 rails. If he draws this with some left-hand spin, utilizing 2 rails out. Can he get there, or do you go and play with a ton of right-hand spin and see if you can play the draw weight to get back to where he was originally? As there's not a lot of pockets for these last remaining to get to.
Well, that worked out pretty nice.
That worked out pretty well. He does have the 3 ball now to the bottom right-hand corner. But again, the 1 ball, unless he's got the angle now, if he's got angle now on this 3 ball to draw into the 14, he'll then have the 1 into the same pocket. Yeah, cheeky for sure. Hey, Ben?
I mean, if he feels comfortable with it, he might actually even take the 1 ball now, use the 8 as a stopper, take the 3 or the 5 to the side. He's outs, Phil.
Say that again?
Take the 1 to the bottom right, use the 8 as a stopper, take the 3 or the 5 to the side.
That is a shot. If you hit the wrong side of that 8, though, you're in Never Never Land. But I do like it. And Ben's got the control. He could very well hit that.
He'd hit that.
Is he going to just draw? 3 ball draw back. Now play the 5 with the same draw. Try to get that little window. This is going to have to be very, very well hit.
It's touchy, touchy.
Yeah, draw with some right hand. Float down. Just almost parallel to the 14 ball. Touchy, touchy shot here. Good stand up. Wasn't feeling confident. How well do you hit it, Mr. Francis?
Ooh.
How well do you hit it? Now, can he hold the line and draw into the 14 would be ideal for the 8 ball into the right-hand side pocket. Or do you just have to take what it's going to give you and accept the cut on the 8 ball? Depends on the angle.
He's lucky he's able to put a little bit of draw on this cue ball. He could be shooting over that.
Oh, and punches into the 14, sitting dead perfect. 8 ball, side pocket for the match win.
Gross.
The 6-0 pick apart table by Ben Francis. That is just part and parcel Ben Francis doing Ben Francis things.
Gross. Missing some comments here. 3-1 is no problem. Watch little Efren work. Yeah, he totally did. He picked it right apart.
He did pick it apart.
Guy Nicklin?
I would probably have bet against him to get out on that rack.
Yeah, he did well there.
Sure did.
Hello, Guy.
Sick
Another
out for
Edmonton
sure.
player that did not make it down. Just saying.
Well, and with that being said, it is the B finals coming up next.
Going to be Ben Francis versus Joe Spence. It's going to be a 1-2-3 finish for Barry's team. This is a tough field. These guys got through Brady Golan, Stan Taranjo, Phil Taranjo, Carlos Barbosa. A lot of great players here. So
yeah,
these
Mike
three,
Pringle Isaac, right?
Yep.
There's just tons and tons. With that being said, guys, we do want to do a quick shutdown restart. We'll have the B finals coming your way next. Don't go far. Promises to be a great match between Ben Francis, Joe Spence coming your way next. On behalf of myself, Steph Toy, and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, we thank you very much for tuning in. Don't go far. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.